Okay, hello guys, how are you doing? I hope great. This is Jimmy DGS91 here, and yes, we are going back with this 100% walkthrough of Star Wars Jedi Knight II Jedi Outcast. So, on the last level, we were on the Nar Shaddaa Streets, and we found a way to go inside Reelo's hideout. That's the level that we're going to play now. And yes, the objective of this mission still is the same, to track down Reelo Baruch. And as you start this mission, we have one of our force powers upgraded. Yes, this game, like I said, you don't have a choice like to choose which force powers you upgrade. Instead, as you progress on the levels, the game will automatically upgrade your force powers. Maybe one of them or maybe more. But on this case, the first power that was upgraded was our force jump. That is now rank 2. So now we can leap up to 6 times our normal jump height. On my previous walkthrough, I've been reading that in some versions of this game, these descriptions say sometimes 4 times. But here on the PC version, it's 6 times. I don't know if that does affect like on the gameplay between different versions here, but I'm stick with the PC version, and I assume that every other version is just like this one, except for the description, but in terms of gameplay it's the same. So yeah. But if it's not, let me know. Okay, so as we start the level, I had to pause here because the first secret is right straightforward when you start the level. So what I have to do, see those pipes there? Have to jump on them and jump up here. Yeah, that's the first secret, and that's a cool way to avoid a nasty trap that is down below. I'll show you. It is right here. See, if you stay on the garbage hauler, you eventually go down here. And that's not a very cool thing to do, those crushes there, you'll be squished, so make sure to jump there to take the secret and also escape this. But even if you miss the secret, there is a way to escape from that garbage hauler by breaking this window here. Okay, and I have a robot here.
I'm not bad, just my master.
Huh, yeah, sure.
Phew, what is that smell?
Yeah, Kyle, well, nothing less to expect from a trash unit with trash compactors and such, dealing and compacting with trash. Okay, so what to do when you enter this room? Well, let's go straight forward and see this trash compactor here on the far left. Right here. Yes, we have some grands up there, but let's deal with them later. Unlike I did on my previous walkthrough. Well, what I have to do here is to jump and pass the trash compactor here to reach the other side. That's kinda tricky, but you can use force speed to do that. And I kinda failed to do that, but let's do that again. Come on. Because I think you can do this without force speed, but with force speed is much more, let's say, safe to do this. Okay, when you reach this door, now I have to navigate through those loads of crates here to reach that passageway up there. It's not so hard to travel through, since now we have force jump at level 2. Okay, just a few more jumps. Let's jump up here and pull that crate with force pull. And here we are. Okay, I remember there is a Gram up here, so let's take care of him. Yeah. Those death sounds. Okay, when you go down here, make sure to do a very important thing to progress on this level. Pull this thing. Okay, this will allow you access to the other side of this level. And also, have this rodent to take care of. Okay, our job here is done. Yes, we came all this way only to pull that thing that is on the way to proceed on the level. Oh yes, you can go down here. There's no need to go back. Okay, back to the trash compactor, and let's go back to the other side. Okay. And from here, let's go to this door and go to the right. Have some rodents waiting for us. Nothing you can't handle. Let's break this crate to reveal a secret area. Now we have that rodent to deal with. He's dead. And this rodent. Ah, yes, Mr. Rodent, you're dead. Okay, now back to this room. We have a secret to tag. The second secret, I believe. There's going behind those crates. And yes, literally using that secret wall to open it. Have some rodents to dispose of.
Jeez, it's freezing in here.
Yes, we are inside a fridge, and yet we killed those rodents for good since they could get us on a trap later on. I will show you when. Here we have some items if you want. Okay, now we are on the other side, on the other door. Back here. Yes, more rodents to deal with. So let's crouch underneath this passageway and deal with that rodent. Come on. And he's dead. Okay, going through here. Now we have the third secret. That is up here. Easy to miss, but that's a secret. And remember that thing that we use it for spool to get out of the way. That's because we have to push this. To have access to this kind of conveyor belt to a very hot thing down there. And as we have a rodent to deal with, what I like to do is to break the glass there and throw a thermal detonator. That will dispose of the poor rodent so nicely. And yes, use first push to press the switch. Oh, and by the way, don't make sure to stay too long here on this conveyor belt. It's then hot and that will damage you. Okay, let's proceed. Now we have more guys to deal with. These rodents. Tons of grands up there. Well, it's up to you if you want to take care of them right now, or if you want to take care of them later. I'll save them for later. Not now. Okay. Oh, and that's the place where we killed the rodents. They were waiting for us, but we got them first by accessing that secret. And hello, Mr. Grand. You're dead. And you too. Okay, so before we get down, let's go up a little bit. You see this grate? Break it. Yeah, that's a very easy part to miss, but that's very crucial to proceed on a level. Instead, you will not proceed on a level if you don't do this. Okay, so let's go here. You break that crate and kill that poor rodent. Now let's get down, take your lightsaber to deal with some dudes down here. A Wickway and some rodents. And okay, that was pretty smooth. Let's break the way and break those crates just because. Yes, that's the place where we killed the rodents. It has opened a hole in the wall, greeting us.
Reelo sure has a lot of heavy firepower to guard a bunch of trash.
Indeed, Kyle, but what less to expect from a criminal? And let's just try this just to unlock this door. And yes, like I was saying, that will open a hole in the wall here, granting us access to this secret section here. And yes, this is apparently a prison section here inside Reelo's hideout. So yeah. And if you want to explore, the only thing I think you can find is a seeker drone. Yes, those things that I remember the first time we seen one of those in the movies was in episode 4. Luke training with a training remote or a seeker drone. Yes, that's the kind of thing that the Jedi use it to train their lightsaber defensive and offensive skills. Okay, as you reach this point and you cross to that area, we'll see a cutscene with someone that we knew from the movies. So let's check it out.
Al-Qatar?
Lando, what are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm sitting in a cell. What about you?
I'm looking for Reelo Baruch.
You too? What's the Republic want with him?
A ship of his was involved in an incident on Artus Prime. Remnant stuff.
The Remnant? Blast. Now it's starting to make sense.
What?
Over the past few weeks, a mineral smuggling ring has infiltrated the Cloud City on Bespin. Real slick group, too. They commandeered half of our loading platforms and carbonite chambers before we knew what hit us. No one knows who's behind it, but it's become obvious that Reelo's garbage haulers are handling the transports. I came down here to find Reelo and persuade him to hand over the names of his employer.
Persuade?
Hey, I can be a charming guy when I want to. After a few bar fights and card games, I hadn't gotten any closer to Reelo, but I had begun to hear about a remnant bigwig named Desann. Then I was captured.
Desann?
You know him?
He's a dark Jedi. He and the Remnant have been performing sick experiments on New Republic citizens, among other things.
Like I said, the Remnant connection makes sense. These smugglers are much more organized than the kind of scum we usually get on Bespin. They've got to be Imperials.
Want me to get you out of here?
If it's not too much trouble. You'll need the password to get into Reelo's command center and open the cells.
Any idea what that might be?
Yeah, it's Ruby Bleals.
I could go for one of those.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so yes, we met a character from the movies, from the
Whatever you
original.
tried, it didn't work. I'm still stuck in here.
Yes, I know. Yes, so we met a character from the movies, from the original trilogy, Lando Calrissian, remember? Back on episode 5 and 6, but mostly on episode 5. It's that guy on Bespin that actually helped Han, Leia, and Chewie to escape from the clutches of the Imperials. Yep, so that's him. So he was
You tried, it didn't work. I'm still stuck in here.
Yes, Lando, I know. Don't need to repeat yourself. So yes, so actually Lando also had some trouble back on Bespin because of Reelo's thugs, and now he said the information makes sense because the thugs, Reelo, and the Imperials have some connection. So yeah. So we have to find Reelo and see what's going on, why he's doing, and what he's doing with the sun actually. And I forgot to show you, now we have a new objective, is to release Lando from the prison cell. So that's not much of a trouble, but we have to do some stuff. Okay, now we are back here. Now I recommend you to be very fast and use your lightsaber for good, because now we have tons of guys to deal with. Mostly Grams. And also a Rodian. Let's dispose of him. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, that was rough. Okay, back to where we were. Usually I like to take care of those guys down there, but for some reason I like to take care of them up this time. Not much of a trouble, but Those guys are kinda annoying. Those Grams. And he's dead, and now we have one more to deal with. Yes, go to oblivion, you stupid Gram. Okay, now, since those guys are taken care of, now we can explore this place a bit. And all those crates that are below the platform here can be explored. Started by this one that has some chutes. Nice to have. I just have to crouch here to pass underneath. Let's go back. Now let's explore the crates on the other side. You don't really have to do this if you want to, but if you're looking for some good items to with your health and shields, that's a nice thing to do. We use this Bacta. And now, if you already have watched my previous walkthrough, remember those crates here that I had a lot of trouble trying to jump there? There's actually a much easier way to do that, and I'm kinda ashamed of myself after I've discovered this. That is, go down to these crates, and then from here jump to there. That's pretty rough simple, you have to just run and jump. Just like that. Yep, it will save you all that trouble. Okay, now to get back, let's do this. Jump at this crate. And jump on the big machine here. And jump to this side. See? So easy. But I kinda forgot that. Or missed that on my previous walkthrough. So let's jump up here to grab more goodies. Go down the crate, and now we have to deal with more Grams. That side, so I use, I think, some bombs to deal with them. Yes, bomb with bomb. That was one. That was two. And that was three. Yep. Kinda harder situation, but not so tough to deal with. If you know what to do, of course. Okay, let's get those shields, and yeah, I think we're good. Let's proceed to the next area. Oh, and by the way, if you don't visit Lando before you got here, that hole here will ask you, well, not the hole actually, but some Reelo's thugs will ask you the password. If you don't know, this floor here will open and you get electrifying down there. Not a very cool thing to see. So yeah, make sure you visit Lando before you get here.
Ruby Bleals.
And yeah, that's the password that Lando taught us. Ruby Bleals. That is a beverage. Don't know if like beer or something, but yep, it's a beverage. Now, this part is kinda tough, so what I like to do is activate my lightsaber, go down, activate force speed to do all of these guys, the weak ways. Okay, that was two. Now we have that weak way to deal with, come on. And now tons of turrets to deal with. Let's go one by one. Okay, that was one. And that was two. Okay, now we have a Rodian to deal with, so what I recommend you to do to save you the trouble, just use force pull or push on them and then dispose of those freaking sniper Rodians. Okay, here, back on the elevator we have a secret. See that opening over there? It's actually a secret. If I can tag it, please. Yes. With some shields and some health. Come on, can you open? Thank you. Alrighty. Now let's proceed here on this very guarded room to deal with more turret guns. I believe there's another one here. And a few more. Also, we have a weak way back there. So the easy way to dispose of him is to use the... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. And he's dead. And once again, we have more Rhodians to deal with, so let's have some fun. Using Force Pull and shooting them on the head. This is the right fate for the freaking Rhodians they are. I already mentioned that I hate those guys. They're so pesky, especially on the Brevis level. Sniping you from everywhere, yeah, that's not fun. Okay. Now we have this weak way to complete the shell. And he's dead too. Alright, so let's go here to get some goodies and some energy for your weapons. If you really need them. Okay. And back here, to proceed to the next area, I have to pull... No, not pull, to push that switch with the force. Like that. Okay, we have some shields, some health, weapons, and ammo. Here are a few surveillance cameras if you want to see them. And now we are finally going to meet Reelo face to face, right beyond this door. But that's not a very, let's say, cool thing to do, because a very nasty thing will happen. But we have a cutscene first, so let's enjoy it.
Looking for something?
Not anymore. You're Reelo Baruch?
In the flesh. But who are you?
Does it matter?
Not really. Any last words?
What's a respectable gangster like you doing mixed up with a remnant slime like Desann?
Making money, of course.
Okay, and after the talk we have this to deal with. Yes, tons of turret guns to deal with. And they are moving, so how to dispose of these things? Well, I tried everything that I could ever imagine. That's Reelo up there, watching us apparently dying, but will not die, just because of his sake. So, like I was saying, I tried everything to do with those things, but the most effective way that I found out was to use the Tailless Disruptor Rifle because of its quick shots. Aim at those things while running, circle strafing actually, to destroy those turret guns. That's the most easy, kinda tedious, but effective way to deal with those turret guns. It's not that hard, it's just annoying to hear all this blasting sound for like 3 or 4 minutes straight. But with patience, you eventually will do it. Okay, can you explode? Thank you. Now 2 more. Don't worry, we will have enough ammo to dispose of those things. I'm kinda missing there, but okay, just 1 more to go. Come on. Just a few more shots and one. On the last shot. Okay, now weak ways to deal with, so I like to use full speed to deal with those guys. One by one. And don't make sure to not turn your back to them. You all will die for your foolishness, stupid weak ways. Okay, everyone is dead. Oh, sheesh. I was kinda impressed that I destroyed all those turrets on the last shot. Okay, if you watch closely, Reelo is still up there, watching us. See? He's like holding a blaster. I like his looking, he's a very fat rodent, apparently. Why does every criminal here on Star Wars have to be fat, like Jabba and Reelo? But I really like his looking. He really looks like a gangster in one of those rappers from today, with all the fancy clothes he's wearing and the accessories. Okay, so we have two doors here. You can take either one. I prefer to take the one on the left and dispose of these guys. The guys on our side will show up. Yeah, it's just a bunch of freaking rodents, and they are all dead. Oh, you lost your hand. Oh, poor fellow. Good riddance.
Where's Reelo? How could a rodent that big just disappear?
How can a rodent that big just disappear? Well, so let's use one Bacta. And we have a new objective. That we finally found Reelo Baruch, but he disappeared, like Kyle said. So, to complete one of our other objectives is by pressing this switch. That will open the prison cells. And yes, that rodent is probably dead by now. Lando got him by surprise. Now the actual path is to go down on that elevator, but actually we have a secret path back here. And yes, we already released Lando.
Surveillance cameras? Reelo doesn't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, Kyle? Well, he's a criminal. He wants to watch every move. Okay, here's the cameras on the prison cells. And notice this switch here under the table. That's our access to a secret wall back here. Let me grab that ammo. Don't need it. Another secret target here, but that's not the last one. So we got some shields, and we are going down the emergence passageway here that I found kind of fun. Like to crouch and say wee. Yeah, that's kind of stupid and very childish, but who cares? I'm having fun here. Anyway, notice there is a rodent. We can barely see him behind the stairs there. Let's dispose of him. And crouch down. And use first push on that switch. This, folks, is the last secret of the level. Some shields and some goodies. Okay. Now let's talk with Lando again, in another lovely cutscene.
What went on up there?
I ran into Reelo.
Did he tell you anything about the smuggling ring?
We didn't talk much.
I see. Listen, we'd better get out of here. My ship's hidden nearby. What about yours?
Reelo's thugs have probably already stripped it for parts by now.
What about Jan?
Jan's not with me on this one.
You two have had another one of your fights, haven't you? Well, come on, let's go. You can buy some flowers on Bespin.
Okay, so now we have another objective, that is... what was updated here? I don't know. Anyway. Now I have to follow Lando to the end of this level, actually. He's pressing up this elevator, so now we are going to the star pad section, so see you there. Okay, so here we are seeing the stat screen for this level, and yes, we found all the secrets, 7 out of 7. So, what to say about Nar Shaddaa Hideout? Actually, this level is not that hard. It has tons of secrets, some of them easy to miss. But what bothers me on this level are the grams. The grams are really tough on this level. And some of the things to notice, like that crate we have to destroy to proceed on the level and find Lando, that's not easy to figure out, but let's just a little complaining about the level design. But overall, this level is cool. It's pretty nice in terms of design and in terms of gameplay as well. So, yep, I think that's everything I have to say about it. So, on the next level, there is called Nar Shaddaa Starpad. We continue our journey here. So, until there, I'm Jimmy GGS91, and bye bye to everyone. Take care, folks.